Hi, I'm Tom, and welcome to our short presentation of Spindle Professional working with Sage 300 ERP. First of all, I'm going to give you a quick overview of how Spindle Professional works. Spindle is based around an intelligent Windows printer driver, which takes your document or batch of documents, then based on your configuration, automatically delivers them to the right person, in the right style, in the right way, or with just one mouse click. Spindle can also archive your documents, link them to CRM, automatically index and archive to SharePoint, and in addition to archiving and delivery of the documents, we can also apply 128-bit encryption or digital signatures to make sure we comply with legislation. So what are we going to do with this demonstration? We're going to sit within Sage 300 and we're going to print a batch of statements to Spindle. Spindle will then brand them up, deliver them to the right person just the way they want it, and then automatically archive it back for access later. First part of the demo, we're going to look at emailing. So we're going to print a batch of statements from Sage to Spindle. Spindle will then take the document, add logos and other branding, and turn it into an encrypted PDF. It will then wrap the whole thing in a nice professional HTML email which contains relevant information pulled from Sage. If the account's overdue, we're then going to send the salesperson a copy, and lastly we're going to also add a digitally signed copy as well. Okay, so here we are in Sage, and what we're going to do is we're going to run off a batch of statements in pretty much the same way we normally would do. The only difference being here is we're not going to print it to my regular destination, we're going to print it to Spindle Professional. So as a user, all I need to do is click the print button once, and Spindle will do the rest for me. Now the first thing you'll see is the emailing. What Spindle's done is it's extracted bits of important information, things like the customer's name, the recipient's name, aging values. In fact, anything that you think is important we can embed into a nice professional HTML email. What we can also start doing is look at the document itself. Now my statement, which was just a plain black and white document, now has a much nicer style to it. It carries my corporate identity. And we can also look at changing the look and feel of the document based upon variable data. So for example, if the document's overdue, we can stamp overdue across it and make it really obvious it's due for payment. We could also highlight the balances or anything we want really. Now at the same time as delivering that, we can also attach a copy of the invoice. So, if an invoice is overdue, let's attach it so we don't have that excuse that they can't find the invoice. At the same time as delivering documents to my customers, I can also copy in other people like my sales guys. So if an account's overdue, why not tell Spindle to copy it into the salesperson so they can actually go and do something about it. The last copy we're going to have here is we're going to copy one of my documents into a customer who requires digitally signed documents. In this case, you can see the document itself has been digitally signed. At the top banner, it shows the document signature, which shows the document's not been modified, the signer's identity is valid, and the signature has been time-stamped. Okay, now faxing. Spindle is going to fax the statement to my client, as well as applying a simplified backdrop. Okay, so here's Spindle faxing. You can see Spindle's just taken the document, used the built-in Windows fax and scan, and in this case, use a much more simplified stationary layout, so it's going to be legible when it comes off the other end. Okay, now archiving. Spindle's going to archive the PDF into a file structure on my network. It's going to automatically create the folder structure and the folder substructure, as well as automatically name the document itself based on data coming from Sage. Okay, so when it comes to archiving, the cool thing here is Spindle doesn't just dump the document in with any old file name. It pulls the file name from data coming from Sage, archives it into a folder structure which you can define and create, which manages itself on the fly. So you have a document, Spindle will archive it automatically without you having to do anything at all. And what's more, it's a carbon copy of exactly what was sent, or if you want, like in this case, I can stamp it as a copy. Okay, Sage CRM. What Spindle's going to do here is it's going to automatically make the document available within Sage CRM in the documents area, but also it's going to auto-create a communication so we can track what's actually going on. Okay, so here we are in CRM. What Spindle's done here is it's automatically archived the document against an account, named the file appropriately, and archived it so it's available for anyone in the business who might actually need access to that kind of document. So it could be a sales team, could be customer services, or whoever's relevant. In addition to that, we can also log a communication. So we can see that today the document was sent by this person on this date, and we've got full detail about the document and what's relevant. So anyone that needs access to find out what was sent, who it was sent to, can track it quickly and easily within Sage CRM. Lastly, SharePoint. Similar to our network archiving, Spindle can create and manage our folder structure on the fly. But the cool thing here is we can now archive and index against custom metadata, and the documents are fully searchable. Okay, so here we are in SharePoint. The archiving works much the same as the network archive, but the difference here being that we can index against custom metadata, which has been extracted from Sage, which means we can do an awful lot more with the documents and makes it fully searchable. Again, the document is a copy of exactly what was sent. Okay, thanks for your time. For more information on Spindle or any of our other products, please go to www.dracer.com.